you're an executive coach and you're looking to design your B2B coaching packages, today you're in the right place. I am Stephanie Fitani. If you're new to my channel, I invite you to subscribe. I've been working with coaches since 2014. I help them build online coaching businesses. And of course, one of the most important things I help with are the foundations. And your packages are a very important part and a very important pillar of those foundations if you are to scale and grow your business. I have extensive experience working with proposals in my marketing agency, in my marketing consultancy, and also eventually in my coaching business and training businesses. So you're in good hands. I'm going to cover all of these different aspects of B2B executive coaching packages. Let's dive right into the content. So, as a B2B executive coach, you have a lot of options. You can offer consultancy, you can offer team coaching, individual coaching sessions, C-suite coaching, assessments, workshops. You really have a lot at your disposal. And in fact, the biggest thing you have to be careful of here is actually overwhelm and spreading yourself too thinly. So the first thing I recommend is actually picking a vertical. So in terms of business, when we speak of a vertical, it could be an industry. Generally, when we talk about verticals, we're talking a particular specific slice of the market. Let's say, for instance, you pick law firms as your specific vertical. So the first thing you need to do is go in and understand the business structure, because you're going to have to climb it. You're going to have to find a way of getting in. So the first thing is to do a couple of things. So spend some time getting to know these businesses, go to industry events, meet these people, talk to them, get talking to them about the kind of struggles that you can help them with, and make sure that you understand how this reverberates across the whole business structure. One thing you can do as well, definitely recommend it, is reach out to other consultants and reach out to other coaches that are already servicing the industry that you want to work with, so that you can actually get to know their perspective of even the struggles that you are going to help them with. Obviously, do not pick competitors. Try to be fair. You can sometimes collaborate with competitors depending on the size of the business. But of course, just keep it fair and square kind of thing. So one of the things you need to do then is collect all this different information to help you find the easiest entry point. Obviously, that is going to depend on what you offer them and also how the struggles you help them with manifest. So let's say you help businesses with conflict. So businesses who are maybe who have conflict because maybe there has been a merger or an acquisition. So one thing you can do is actually speak to someone who is already working with them, understand the structure, go in, get to know them. So for instance, your entry points could be a couple. You could come in at the C-suite level, where they're having to merge and partner. Maybe there are different partners that have managed different businesses and now they have to manage this new business together. You also could go in from a management perspective, where the teams have been merged and now they need possibly to deal with letting some people go, retraining some people, moving managers up or down the structure. So you need to really think of where your services are going to fit and then go for the easiest entry point. Now, the easiest entry point is something that can be a little bit tricky to find, but the main way to find it, what I find, is actually getting in at the human resources level. So talking to human resource people who are actually part of that industry and really understanding the structure of the business so that you can go in where the need is strongest. So if their strongest need is to actually go in and train the team, you could go in with workshops and start from there and then work your way up to actually working with the C-suite as maybe the team managers as the trust grows. But in order to do that, you need to have designed the right kind of packages. So I'm going to give you a few pointers because obviously it's very vast, but I'm going to give you a few pointers and then I'm going to help you understand how to pitch that to the particular business. So if you're going to go in with consultancy, works best on a retainer basis, because you usually need time and you need to get to know the business. You need to go very in depth in order to be able to give them what is usually a long-term goal. So I would say if you're recommending consultancy, either go in with an audit and then maybe a 90-day package after that, or go in straight away with a 12 to 18-month package. Because what this will do is it will give you the time. It might take a little bit more negotiation and a little bit more trust building before you close a 12 to 18 months package. But what's going to do is it's going to really give you the time you need to get to know the business enough to be able to really give them the outcome that they need. Second thing you can go in with is, say, team coaching. Team coaching is a good one to start with because usually when you have groups of people, it's very easy to have problems. When you have teams, there's always something happening that can be improved. So going in with team coaching that address particular issues that you deal with can really help. Generally, when you go in at team coaching, what you're also doing is developing a relationship with their managers. Before you work with a team, whether it's through workshops or through individual coaching sessions for that team, you're actually going to work with the managers and possibly even higher up to do your audits, assessments, and then customize and understand how you can help the managers and the C-suite reach their goals through the training that you're going to do. So it's going to help you relationship build and then build further. So possibly going in and that level, again, based on your experience, based on how you align with this, it could be an easy entry point. Another easy entry point is assessments. So going in with assessments and audits is, if it goes within obviously your range of skills, can be a fantastic way of moving in with your services. For instance, if you're a team, if you coach teams and perhaps you NLP or you use Myers-Briggs and you build on that to help teams get along, you can very easily go in with an assessment and then throw in a workshop on top of that, or maybe a nice team building day on top of that, and then build a relationship from there. The tricky part about being an executive coach that can do all of these things is to overwhelm. You don't want to send in all the potential ways in which you could work with a client. Once you have identified the easiest entry point, you start developing your proposals, and your proposals should be as minimal as possible. Usually, when people ask you for a proposal, I find that it's better to have shorter proposals and longer conversations. So a very important part of the process, I think, to never send in a proposal without having a conversation first. So you want to drop your prospect a line and say, hey, your proposal is ready. Can we have a 15-minute call, even if it's just online, to go through it? You want to have the conversation. You want to explain. You don't want to put too much on paper. You want to build a relationship where they give you more information and you can help them more. You want to have this sort of cross-fertilization process with your clients because that's how you can really give them as much value as possible. So yes, definitely have different proposals for all these different services if you can offer them, but do never send them in all at once. Always go in with one need, one proposal for that, one long conversation. Pricing conversations as well. Sometimes you can misunderstand the client's budget, but it's always very important to work with what the client wants and then work your way up from there. It's always a compromise in business between goals and budgets. It's a matter of finding the happy medium and giving yourself the time. So the first package sold is always should be with the goal of giving yourself the time to build a relationship with this client, because all you want to do is prove yourself so that you can go to the next level. I hope you found today's tips useful. If you have questions, do place them under this video or just go ahead and book a discovery call with me and I'll be very happy to help you out. In the meantime, I hope you found this useful and I will see you in the next video.